Good afternoon, and welcome to the expansion of consciousness. I'm your host, Jason Medlock, and it is incredible being back with you today. We have a beautiful guest that we'll be speaking with later in the show, but I want to spend some time to talk about the expansion of consciousness. The podcast has been nominated for Podcast of the Year, and we will be honored for this. It's tremendous. We did not know that we would be in this position, let alone for the podcast to be honored as Podcast of the Year. But we're excited about it, and there will be some advertisements about it on our channel at Expansion of Consciousness. So if you get a chance, go by there. There'll be some information on where you can purchase a ticket if you want to purchase a ticket. Just all kind of information that you may need. But back to the show. We're glad that you tuned in. We're going to have a fantastic show. And tonight we'll be dealing with energy healing. We'll be dealing with understanding how to use interdimensional conversations and how they can help you maybe change your life. But Anastasia Lindsey is a special person. I mean, just she's very, very dedicated to her craft. She's a timeless soul and an author who participates in interdimensional traveling and building beautiful poems to capture the hearts, souls around the world in the most loving and supportive way possible. Anastasia has been writing since school grade, maybe, and has always used empathy, pain, most importantly, love, and her muse to write poems that help heal. Although an author, she's also the owner of a small business, Solace Holistic Healing and Poetry, where she uses different modalities like meditation, Reiki, sound, healing, hypnosis, and has recently started her journey into shamanism. Just when others um, think that there couldn't possibly be more to do, she's always enjoying painting, drawing, crafting, and singing, where she also auditioned for The Voice in 2017. Her beautiful soul and empathic nature makes her one of a kind in this world. Her words take you on many journeys, and with the strong hope of allowing the reader to return home safe and in love. Without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring on Anastasia Marie. Hey there, Anastasia. How you doing?
How are you?
Good, 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 good. I am so glad to have you on here. Hello. Can you hear me? Okay, I got you. I got you. I got
Okay,
you.
I'm
There we
excited
go.
to be here.
So, where do we start? You are gifted in a number of different modalities. You enjoy crafting and singing. Obviously you have a beautiful voice. um you're an empath at heart. You enjoy nature. What brought about all of these beautiful things that are inside of you? What brought about you discovering that I actually have the ability to heal, to write, to do all the wonderful things that you're doing today?
Absolutely. So you can hear me, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
So growing up, I was always very sensitive
Checking.
soul.
Okay.
And for me, I knew that there was a deeper meaning in the world. And it wasn't until I started growing up that I had all of these occurrences, growing up being bullied, workplace harassment, and just not really feeling connected in the world.
Mm.
So in 2018, I had my grand awakening. And it just sounds so unreal how it happened. I was just cleaning my house. I had YouTube on shuffle, just letting music play. And a video popped up, and it was about the law of attraction. But I had no idea what that was. So I was just curious. I was just listening, and I was hooked. I was like, I don't know what this is, but I grabbed
Yes.
a notebook. I started taking notes, and then my journey unfolded from there. And I haven't looked back since. It honestly saved me because I was in a pretty deep place back then, not really sure where to go. I was stuck, and I was looking for something to get me going, and it just landed in my lap.
So you gravitated towards, writing as a form of hypnosis and healing. You gravitated towards the holistic side. You're a Reiki master, and um, how do you use these in conjunctions, or when do you know when to use these different modalities in your practice?
Well, I have people that come to me, they're in the same place that I was. They're like, I need healing, but I'm not sure where to start. I always start with Reiki just to calm their soul, to cleanse their energy, and then we'll build up from that. So they'll come back, they'll get Reiki, and then they're like, I'm looking for something else. And so we'll dive a little bit deeper. And I was like, let's do some sound healing. Let's see how the sound affects your body. And a lot of times they're like, okay, this is it. Or we'll
Yes.
combine the two. And I kind of use intuition to guide me because every person that comes and sees me is completely different.
Anastasia, you talk about poetry a lot in your writings, and um, my question would be, how does poetry help you maybe tap into your sensitivities? Um, do you see it as a gift, or is it something that we all can do?
Yeah, as a gift, I do believe that some of us are naturally born to be poets or to be anything else. There's some people that are naturally born to be singers, but people can go get vocal classes if they would like to sing. So I kind of look at it like that. I was definitely born to be a poet and be a writer, but I do think it's a gift that other people can develop themselves. And so I use it to tap into my sensitivity. When everyone else shamed me for crying, that was my outlet, was poetry. Because they didn't know why I was crying, I didn't know why I was crying, but my poetry understood me. And that was the one form of energy that I had to be a release for me, without fear, without shame, and without judgment.
Wow. So what are some of your favorite themes to write about? Write poetry about.
They have been pain and heartbreak in the past, just growing up and having a lot of that heartbreak and pain. But now that I've gotten older and my soul has traveled a bit and met lots of people, it's more about transformation and the evolution of your soul and love, even if it just includes
Yes.
love for yourself.
Yes. Yes. Wow, it just flows so easily out of your mouth. I mean, I could see the energy and the love emitting from this screen. It just takes, someone who's already elevated their consciousness to be able to see another bright soul, and you're definitely that. Every writer goes through challenges, and I know you've gone through yours. What are some of your challenges you have faced as a poet, as a writer?
The fear of what other people might think about my poems. When I
Mhm.
first started out, I wanted to write poems that other people would like or fall in love with, but I realized that no matter what, there's going to be someone out there that likes my poetry because I'm writing from the heart. So I had to remove that fear of, will people like this? Will people read it? Will people resonate? There's going to be someone out there that does. And there's going to be a soul out there that needs the words that I write, no matter what. So for me, it was getting out of my own way. I had to remove that fear that my poetry wasn't going to be seen or heard, and know that no matter what, if I just show up and write poetry, it's going to be seen and heard. And there's going to be someone out there that needs that.
Mm. And you're doing all of this while tapping into your emotions and creating your own unique poetic language. How are you doing that? Can't hear you.
My sensitivity is my superpower.
Okay.
Absolutely. And I don't have that shame that I used to carry with me. I left shame at the front door. So once I dropped the shame, I can write about anything and everything and give myself permission to let any emotions come forth.
Mm. It has to be so fulfilling to be able to use writing as an expression, as a way to, release any sort of bad energy or any sort of perceived stress. I always like to say perceived because I don't believe in stress.
Absolutely.
So, so you've got a great book. We're going to spend some more time on that in the show, and you practice a number of these wonderful modalities. We're going to talk about hypnosis in a moment. Um, but as a poet, what is your greatest achievement?
Say being able to write poems that I have never experienced. And when I say that, it kind of ties into the interdimensional traveling. I go into a deep meditative state and I just go into it with the hopes of connecting with one or multiple souls out there in the world who is experiencing something similar. And so then I will come back from that meditative state and write a poem. And it was just trial and error at first. I just wanted to see how that worked. I posted it on Instagram, and so many people commented that they felt that that poem was wrote just for them. And I would say that's my biggest accomplishment is being able to tap into the energy of souls going through pain and being able to write about that, even if me myself has not experienced that.
Wow. So you have a lot of talents.
Thank you.
Let's kind of shift gears here. Let's talk about, the healing, the love you have for that. What started you on your healing journey?
Not being sensitive, being an empath, I knew that there was a deeper purpose for me in this world. Once I started to look into the law of attraction, I was getting my notebook and diving deep, and I was jumping in and
I
looking
love
at
it.
all of the topics. I was
I'm just
jumping
like you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
in. That's okay. And so I went to an event. It was Reiki and sound healing. Never
Hmm.
heard of Reiki, never heard of sound healing, but I had this inner need to try it out. I went, I fell in love with it. I was transformed after that event. And I knew in that moment I wanted to be able to help people doing the same thing. So I started looking up Reiki teachers and where to get my sound healing certification. And it just unraveled from there.
And you just like me. You've had a lot of coaches to help you along the way. So I don't know if you heard me. Okay, so how I got another question for you. How do you use the energy healing and holistic modalities like for yourself? I mean, what are some of the things that you go through? For example, you may be feeling bad or have a stomach ache or uh, maybe in a bad mood or whatever. So how would you use these modalities, on you?
I do Reiki every day. It just depends on the day. I try to do it when I first wake up in the morning, just immediately Reiki for my mind, body, and soul so that I can have a good day. I like to do it before bed too. I tend to sleep better when I give myself Reiki before bed. But sometimes it's just those moments of meditation. If I'm having a bad day or, like you said, stress, even though you don't believe in stress, stressful moments, I'll take a 5 minute break and just focus on my breathing. I'll close my eyes, focus on the air that's going in my body, And then I envision the air that is coming out of my body relieving anything that I'm carrying. It's just like a short little visualization that I do. I like to speak about those because they're easy things that anybody could do. Anybody can take 5 minutes just to close their eyes and envision the air traveling through their body. Sometimes we tend to speak of things that, sometimes people aren't Reiki certified, and that's okay. I hope everyone does get that opportunity. But if you're just busy, you can take 5 minutes to just get through that meditative state where you're just visualizing the air in your body flowing in and out, inhaling peace and exhaling anything that no longer serves you.
I feel like I'm going to a session right now. Yeah, I'm gonna sign up with you after this show so you can go ahead and take care of me. But Anastasia, let's talk about this beautiful website and walk the audience through sort of what you offer and some of the services that maybe resonates or how you perform them, and just tell us about it.
Yeah, so absolutely. We've talked about the Reiki, energy healing, and do the sound healing. So I have quartz crystal singing bowls, and I do private sessions. I also do group sessions, which go over extremely well. Hypnosis is new. I've only been certified for about a year now, but I love the powerful impact that hypnosis has because I always tell my clients, you remain in control. The client is always under control with hypnosis. And so when they have that idea that they're ready for change, they can change the world. I am just their guide, basically the tour guide of their subconscious mind.
Yes.
But they have all the control to make that change. I'm just kind of helping them make that happen. So
I do the quantum healing hypnosis, and I'm also a certified hypnosis practitioner. And both of those are beautiful. And I know exactly what you're talking about, and I can see the excitement and feel the energy in your voice. Yes, hypnosis is wonderful if administered properly and done correctly.
absolutely, of
Yep.
course. And I do like to do the deep stuff. I do the past life regressions with
Yes.
hypnosis. Those are my favorites. A lot of my clients get the most healing from a past life regression session.
Yes.
I actually had a client come in one time, and in a past life, she practiced Reiki, but she was burned for that. And so in this current lifetime, she could not understand why she had the calling to do Reiki, but why her fear was so intense. She just could not understand it.
Wow.
She was
I, ha-
able to uncover that.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Did your client suffer from eczema also?
I don't know if we
Okay.
ever, yeah, we didn't cover
Okay.
that.
Yeah, most burn past life burns, or most clients that come to you for eczema, they've been burned in a past life.
I've not uncovered that yet.
Wow.
I just do a lot of energy healing. Um, I love when clients come in and they don't know where to start because that means we can customize it just for them.
Wow. Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, check out Summer Solace, Anastasia Marie, Holistic Healing and Poetry. This is a beautiful, beautiful website, and I wish you the best of luck. Let's put your website back. Let's put your banner back up here. You can reach Anastasia at solacehealing.com, solacehealing.com. And again, we also promote different coaches on the show. We also talk about different healing modalities. Everyone resonates with someone else. I mean, you have to find who you resonate with. And I like to extend the platform. I like to make sure that our consciousness is being expanded no matter what. I don't have a trademark on anything. On consciousness, on holistic, on any of it. We all are just passing information. If you choose to work with Anastasia, then so be it. But I'm glad you're here, and you know, tell us about your hypnosis and what got you started, and some of the give the audience some, you know, some buzzwords on what's been going on with it.
This is part of my favorite story to tell. I was Reiki 1 and 2 certified, and I was looking for a Reiki master teacher. And I landed upon my mentor now, who was having a hypnosis class. She said, "Well, I'm not really hosting any Reiki master trainings anytime soon, but I am hosting a hypnosis certification." And I really got to thinking about it, because the only thing I knew about hypnosis was stage hypnosis, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And so I was like, "Tell me more." And when she told me, it was like a light bulb that went off, and it's like, you can use this too to create deeper change in the world. And so I started working with her. She's been my mentor for the past 2 years now. And she has taught me so much that I can do. It's more than just, oh, I'd like to lose weight or I want to quit smoking. It's, I want to create change in my life. And then that's when I step in, because I love change. I think change is a beautiful, beautiful part of life. And so when I hear the word change, it's like, okay, let's work together. Let's do this.
Well, I can tell the audience right now, Anastasia knows what she's doing. To be able to use hypnosis as one of the major foundation pieces of your coaching program is smart. It's just very smart, because if used properly, you know, you're able to really, really make strong suggestions to the subconscious mind if you understand how to move the patient in the different theta brainwave states. You know, can you move the patient to the somnambulistic state? And that's the state that we work in quantum healing in. That's the state that we bring out the subconscious mind in. You know, those states right there at theta, you know, at low theta, somnambulistic, if you can consistently work out really your voice, your hypnotic voice, if you can work those flows in, because when a person is being hypnotized, you can't be saying, "Aren't you lovely, laying there by the lake, and you look so peaceful and beautiful." No, they have to believe you visually that you're walking them through the valley and the beautiful mountains and the sunlight that's coming over the mountaintop, and imagine, you know what I mean.
You really have to use all of the senses. Feel the sun on your skin, the breeze as it brushes across your face, the sand as your toes sink deeper and deeper into the sand. You really have to tap into those senses.
And it's one, like you said, that's why you love it, because you can you have something you can refer to as a modality that can really help someone. And some
Yes.
people don't have the patience to learn this stuff, and everybody is here on a mission, and everybody has the mission they will fulfill, and you'll be pulled to whatever you'll be pulled to. And that's why there's a group of us, there's a handful of us, there's, you know, thousands of us light workers, people who are called to metaphysics, an explosion of us after COVID-19. And I think that's Source's way of trying to continuously look at how to change the consciousness of Earth, how to increase the consciousness of Earth.
I always tell people too, the people that go through a lot of pain, trauma, heartbreak, to the point where you feel broken, you're just allowing more light to enter you. So when you are down and you are broken and you feel like you are shattered into millions of pieces, please let that light enter you, because you are being upgraded. So I know we always tend to look at those painful moments as something that brings us down, but really they're just upgrades. Let
Mm.
that light enter you. Let it upgrade you. Let it lift your vibration and your consciousness because you were made for something more. And this is only going to help elevate your soul. So I feel like if we look at it in that perspective, we can only rise from there.
Yeah, this is a fragile world we live in. It's fragile race relations. I mean, humans are just fragile in general. How would you embrace vulnerability in this world?
That vulnerability carries a lot of strength. And if you can show up and be vulnerable, embrace how strong you are in that moment. Because a lot of people back down from vulnerability. They're too afraid to embrace it. They're too afraid to take it by the reins and really start their journey with it. But if you can break that barrier that vulnerability is scary and take that first step, you're already breaking barriers. And so that for me has been a big thing because vulnerability was scary for me.
Mm,
I had the fear that people wouldn't understand me, that I might not even understand myself. But because I started being vulnerable, I started attracting more opportunities in my life, opportunities to help, opportunities to guide, opportunities to lead. Because I was being authentic and I was being true to myself and my feelings and my emotions, it then gives people the strength to do the same too.
mm. Incredible. One of the things I wanted you to talk about was your program, your coaching program. Can you kind of talk to us about that and how's it set up and um, you know, sort of the way you intake patients and you know, how you work with these women, or is it men, or talk to the audience a little bit about that.
I have been asked the question before, who is your ideal client? And it really goes back to whoever's looking for change.
Hmm.
However you identify, however old you are. I've done Reiki for children and I do Reiki for older adults. I've done sound healing for children and they respond very well to the sound healing. So I don't ever want to turn anyone away. That's not what I'm here for. If you are longing for change, come and talk to me. And we can set up a time, a 30-minute consult for you to just see if we're even a fit. Because just because I do what I do in the world doesn't mean I'm going to reach everybody. And it doesn't mean that our energies are going to align. But I could lead you to that next best thing. So I always want to make sure that whoever comes and sees me feels aligned with me. And if not, let's find you someone that is.
Yeah.
We might not be a match, but I still want you to get that change that you're looking for. So it's always just in the best interest of whoever comes and sees me. I will do whatever I can to make sure that after a session, after a phone call, after a consult, you leave feeling empowered and know the next steps to take.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the type of spirit, the type of energy when you are dealing with whoever it is you're dealing with. This is what you want. This beautiful energy that's consistent. This, and Anastasia, she's smiling, but she knows that her energy has to be on point if she's gonna help work on your energy. And if your healer that you're working with is always got an attitude or gets flip on the phone with you, gets mad very quickly, chances are that he needs healing himself.
Absolutely. I had a lady call me one time. She's like, I just have a million questions. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. Someone could get very irritated with that.
Mhm.
Like, oh, I don't really have time for questions, or, oh, you only get two. I'm like, no, ask your questions. How can I help you? This is your time. I want to make sure that you get the best out of this time together, even if
Exactly.
it's just asking questions.
Anastasia, what is your why?
It's to create peace. My why is for peace. Knowing that even if tomorrow my my modalities change, I'm still going to drive and grab my motivation from being peace driven. My why is for peace in this planet, for people to feel peace, for myself to feel peace. My why is so that I can elevate my soul, that I can transform the DNA that is within my body, and I can help others rewrite their stories. I feel like my why is to be that catalyst of change, to help people see that change. Even if tomorrow my modality of healing changes, it's still going to be driven from peace.
And that is so beautiful. Anastasia Marie. We're running out of time. Do you have any last words of encouragement for the audience? Maybe let them know what you got new coming up. There may be a special offer you have. Just share with the audience any last thoughts.
I just want people to know that you are worthy. Wherever you are in the world right now, you are worthy and you are important. You belong here. And no matter what you are going through right now, there is someone out there that can help you, that will help you, that loves your soul way beyond the physical. Reach out, ask for help, look for that guidance. Get a notebook, start journaling your thoughts, your prayers, your desires, your intentions, and really start to do that deep inner healing work that your soul is craving. I can feel it, I can see it, I can sense it. And even if it's scary, I hope that you take that leap. I hope that you jump, and I hope that you know the universe will catch you. Lean on the help and support of your guides, your spirit team, angels, whatever it is you believe on. Send that invite out into the world right now. Before anything else you do tonight, say, Universe, I'm looking for help. Please send that help to me. Or I'm looking for change. Please help me step into that change that needs to be done. And if you have any questions, reach out to me on my website. I'd be happy to help you. If you love poetry, my poems are very healing. They're very love filled. They're very affirmation based. That can be available on my website or Amazon. It's Ocean, Ocean. And I just hope that you know that you are very loved and valuable as a soul here on this planet. And I thank you so much for tuning in.
Wow. And with much love and much peace um, that you could add behind that. Um, just absolutely beautiful. And Anna, Stacia, I just I'm at a loss for words. We're gonna move you to the back office. I'm gonna wrap this show up, but I want you to stay there. I have a few more things I want to talk to you about. Okay. Just diving really, really deep into healing. And Anastasia uses words and poetic language to heal. That's what's so unique about her. The way that she uses the different modalities, and also she's used them to heal past trauma of her own. She's used Reiki, she used hypnosis, she's become a Reiki master. She's become certified in hypnosis. She used meditation. She used a lot of different healing modalities. And I'm here to tell you, people, the best practitioners, teachers, coaches out here, the best ones are the ones who have used these modalities and that have used them to heal themselves. I'm talking about timeless work and study, to the point to where they're certified, or they've gotten the training in 6, 7, 8 modalities, and are working in them every day. Yeah, we just thank you for spending your time and listening to the things and the content that we're bringing to the table. And we want this content to be of help to you in your healing journey, in your mindset journey, in your power, the power that you have within you. So, thank you for being with the expansion of consciousness tonight. We're live on YouTube at Expansion of Consciousness. You can find us there. You can find us on Facebook. Let me just take this down for a second. And some people email me like, "You never put the Facebook link up," but here's a Facebook right here. Um, Facebook.com backslash expansion of consciousness. And it's YouTube right here. And we will see you later. Thank you for joining us. It was a fantastic show. We want to thank Anastasia Marie, and I said her name wrong, Anastasia Marie. We want to thank her for coming on. She was so lovely in her spirit and in her knowledge, in the way she uses these modalities um, to really, really help you hone in on your thought and your emotions. We'll see you the next time. Good night.